What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So in my last video I showed you guys how to make booty building protein pancakes, and if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and pause this video and check it out. I'll put a link somewhere. In today's video I'm going to be helping you get the full benefits of consuming all that protein on showing you step by step how to create your own booty workout. I know it can be super confusing and overwhelming on putting one together all on your own, which is why people hire coaches and trainers. But if you are someone who cannot afford a trainer or a coach right now and needs help on the basics and step by step on how to put your own for you booty workout, then go ahead and keep on watching. So I'm going to take you through 4 main steps you need to create an optimal booty workout for you. Here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Step 1. First, you want to begin by deciding how many exercises are you going to do in total. So usually it's going to range between 3 and 5. Here I kind of categorize how many exercises you should do for your skill level. If you're a beginner, I would stick to around 3 because you want to start off small and work from there. As a beginner, you want to perfect and focus completely on your form and technique before you start to go ham and do all these extra things. This is why beginner programs usually have higher rep ranges so that you can repeat the exercises more so that you can get the form faster. That makes sense? Repetition is key when you're first starting out. If you're at the more intermediate or advanced, I would go between maybe like 3 to 5 exercises for one specific muscle group, in this case, the glute. If you're at this level, there should be no problem for you because you already built that foundation for yourself. You already have the form, you already have the technique, so now you can add all those fun different exercises to it. And sometimes, honestly, I will go over 5 if I'm doing supersets or anything. I'll just like randomly put one here and there just to kind of fatigue the muscle even more. Gains, that's how you get gains. Step 2, you're going to choose between 1 to 2 compound exercises. Some of you may be wondering, okay, what the fuck? What are compound exercises? Well, compound exercises are exercises that will work more than one muscle group at the same time. For example, you have your squats, you have your deadlifts, you have your hip thrusts, you have your leg press. In order to increase and grow any muscle, you need to be able to progressively overload on that muscle so you can apply more stress onto that muscle, which will help it adapt to the stress that you're placing on it, which will make it grow bigger. All compound exercises have other smaller muscle groups assisting that one main muscle, which is why these are so good to progressively overload. With that assistance, you're able to overload with the weight compared if you were doing a cable glute kickback. You can't do as much weight as you can do on a hip thrust, right? No, you can't. Or can you? You can't. So for compound exercises, you also want to do these at the very beginning of your workout because since your goal is to lift heavy during these exercises, you want to be able to give it your fucking all. Your body is going to use its carbs as its source of energy during your workout, okay? This is when you need the most energy, is when you're doing these. So you want to do them at the beginning of your workout when you have the most energy. If you're interested in what I eat before and after the workout so I don't lose that energy during these exercises, go ahead and pause this video and check it out right here. I'll put it right over here. I'm not saying to half-ass the rest of your workout after you finish this, but since these are the more complicated lifts, you want to do it first with a fresh start. Now, step 3, boom. You're going to choose between 2 to 4 accessories. Okay, so you're probably thinking, what the fuck? What are accessories now, Grace? Tell me, Grace. What are accessories? So, the accessories are the exercises that are going to, 1, isolate the muscle, 2, drive the muscle to fatigue, and 3, bring that muscle to metabolic stress. And just in case you're confused about what metabolic stress is, that's basically that burning sensation that you feel during the exercise. It's basically a bunch of lactic acid building up from you just like tearing the fuck out of the hoe. All three of these steps are essential to muscle growth. The kind of accessories that I'm talking about are like glute bridge, cable glute kickback, hip extension, hip abductions, single leg Romanian deadlifts, kettlebell swings, and there's honestly a lot. So I'm gonna, for both the compound, for all of this, it's gonna be in the description box below. So don't forget to open that and check it out too. And now step 4. This part can be the most confusing. How many sets and reps do you want to do for each exercise? Now, I'm not going to go too in-depth on this because there is a lot that this could be a whole nother freaking video on its own. So if that is something that you're interested in, on learning why and how to choose how many sets and reps to do for specifically growing the booty, go ahead and give this video a like or comment down below and I will know to do that for you. But for now, let's just go over the basics so you can have an idea so you can still create your own. So first things first, you want to determine what your goal is. Why are you working out? Are you working out to get strength? Are you working out for hypertrophy? Hypertrophy is basically muscle growth. I'm going to be saying that a lot in my next future videos and everything because this is going to be about growing. This channel is about growing. But anyways, for strength, hypertrophy, or endurance, the rep ranges that you choose to do are gonna vary based off of your goal. Since this video is focusing on growing the muscle, hypertrophy, we're gonna focus on that rep range. I'm sure you guys have all heard the three sets of 15 or 3 sets of 8 to 12, and I'm going to tell you guys where they get the 8 to 12 from. There are studies that have shown that the 8 to 12 rep range is where the muscle growth begins to take place. So once you hit that 8 mark, that's usually when you're already dying in your workout and you're just like, fuck, but that's when you got to keep pushing it. Based off of the studies that have been done, the 8 to 12 rep range is when your muscles have the most time under tension, which does lead to micro tears in your muscle, which does lead to muscle growth. So when those muscles are tearing, the soreness you're feeling is that the tears that you created, within 48 hours, your muscle starts to heal and repair and grow bigger from the tears. That could also be a whole nother video too. This is supposedly the hypertrophy rep range that everyone kind of goes by, but if you do choose to stick with the 8 to 12 rep range, you want to make sure that you're choosing a weight that you are going to fail by the time you get to 12. Like, you should be dying at even 10 and like just giving it your all to do the rest of those 2. But if you feel like you're at 12 reps and you can do more, you have 2 choices. 1, you can do more, you can go until failure so you really can't pump out that last rep, or 2, just choose a heavier weight. You want to count the good quality reps, not just counting down like, oh my god, I have 3 more. Oh my god, let me just bust these out. Like, no, you want to actually be dying. Like, this shit should be hurting. Don't go too heavy to where you start to fuck up your form just because you're trying to show off or just because you're trying to lift that heavy weight. If a weight is ever going to mess up your form, drop that fucking weight. Put your ego aside. Why would you want to risk an injury and not allowing yourself to get that full effect of that exercise just because you can't drop your fucking ego and drop the fucking weight? As far as sets, the amount of sets that you do is completely up to you. I like to stay in the 2 to the lowest. I don't see why you would want to go any lower than 2. 2 to 4 if you're kind of just starting out. Some people go up to 5 and 6 and 7. But that's like a whole nother like intense ass shit. So if you're doing that, you probably know how to create your own booty workout anyway. But I just want you to remember that the sets and the reps are not nearly as important as the quality of the reps that you perform. This is why on my Instagram I like hardly ever post the reps and the sets that I do with my workouts, because first of all, it's going to vary on every person. My goals might be different than your goals. And 2, that shouldn't be your main focus on reaching a certain number. It's going to give you structure in your workout, But your goal is to do X amount of reps and sets just to get it done without actually building that mind-muscle connection and feeling that like burning sensation, you might as well just have stayed home. These right here are the 4 steps that took my flat ass to a fat ass. And I'll show you right here. Cause shit. If you're someone that struggles with planning the days and scheduling out how to train your booty, how many days to train your booty, then go ahead and click that notification bell button wherever the hell it is so you don't miss out on my next video. In the meantime, go ahead and check out this video right here on how the steps that I just told you help me go from a flat ass to a fat ass. Thank you for watching. I wish you and your booty the best, and I will see you in my next video.